evening and welcome, afternoon. Welcome to El Dorado High School Alumni Court. It's the 2019 Lady Cat Classic where the Blazers will be taking on campus in one of the consolation matches, and the winner will go on for the 5th place title or 5th place award up tomorrow, and they will be taking on the winner of this game between campus and the Blazers. Will be taking on the winner of this game, as you see kind of partially on the court, Wichita East and El Dorado, with Wichita East leading 64-42 with still a little under 2 minutes to go. But I said 4:15. I'm a little late. I wasn't going to go any further than 4:30, so game time's backed up just a little bit. Have Ian Jones and Will the Thrill McIntyre alongside, and a huge thanks to McCarthy Auto Group, as once again they are title sponsors for tournament action here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. And we have HD broadcast brought to you by Capes Hill Homes Heating and Cooling with tech support from America's Computer. So make sure you tell them a huge thanks for their sponsorship on the BBN, because without them and without you guys, we wouldn't be here doing this. As the girls, Ian is 1-8. It's hasn't been the best year, and I had a interview with Coach Leiker, and of course, for whatever reason, it said there was some kind of issue or whichever, so I'm not sure exactly where that came from, but it's one of those things where you just kind of, it's a growing deal. It's a young team experience-wise, not a young team in age-wise, but they get Sophia Seaman back, kind of weeding her back in a little bit, and she got a little bit of time in yesterday trying to weed her in practice, 15 minutes on, 15 off, 15 on, 15 off. Then we're going to go to the 30 minutes and try to get her back in, but, basketball is not one of those, it's not one of those sports where you just dive head in and get going at it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's – move it up.
Yeah, I'll move it up. Well, I moved it up a lot. You can go ahead and talk still, though.
I can't multitask.
Well, this is true. I can't argue that. I'll take that back. You have multitasked. I've watched you many times.
That's only when eating.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, that does kind of come into play.
But I completely forgot what we were saying.
Talking about Sophia Seaman and kind of getting her slowly into basketball, because basketball is not the sport that you really just jump into and start going full bore.
You can't be in basketball shape right away coming off an injury. You got to kind of work your way into it, work your way in. And I guess like what you said with Coach Likers, what they're doing is kind of, 15 on, 15 off, and trying to get her in basketball condition during the middle of the season is kind of hard, but you kind of push through it. And hopefully by the time we get to sub-state, try to make a little run.
Try to get something going. Yeah. It's, and Sophia's just one of those gals where she's just a competitor. It's what she does. And, you don't really, talking to Coach Leiker, I asked him, I says, is this one of those kind of deals where you kind of, go to her and say, look, as long as you're honest with me with where you're at and where you need to be, I'll let you let me know when you can be in and when you can't. But, she's like a thoroughbred. She wants to run. Sometimes you got to pull the reins back on her and just kind of keep her down in check.
That's how most kids who are super competitive like that, I mean, I guess she got a lot of playing time last year. I don't know. I wasn't with the broadcast last year, but when you come off an injury, when you get injured, you're coming back off, the first thing you want to do is just play. Most people just say, they'll play through an injury even though it might be a major injury.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick timeout. They're about done with this game with it being 65-45. Wichita East is going to be playing at 3:30 tomorrow. Hopefully the Blazers will be playing at 3:30. We're going to slide the table over a little bit, so I'm out of the Arctic Circle. You're kind of out of it a little bit, Will. Me, I'm dead right in the breathe. I could be an Arctic Circle.
This is payback for last weekend.
Last weekend we still moved it over. We're just going to wait.
No, I'm talking about the hotel. I was in the Arctic Circle at the hotel.
Hey,
after your little...
You never said anything, so...
After your little incident earlier, you need to cool off anyway.
Yeah, whatever. We're going to take a quick time out on the McCarthy Gardner Group pregame show, as we're going to start that here in a second with the Blazers and campus coming up next here in El Dorado at the 2019 Lady Cat Classic. We'll be back in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 3,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. Our inventory covers most every make and model and prices to fit every budget. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers. Regardless if you need help with a desktop, laptop, network equipment, or peripherals and accessories, American Computers can get the job done. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight Road in Gardner.
Blazer's Restaurant, serving Gardner's best burgers made fresh every day since 1976. Blazer's Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, proudly serving Blazer fans in Gardner and surrounding areas. Call Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning at 638-1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
When you're Kansas City born and raised, you know just how much meat matters. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers. They're hard at work every day in every store, so you never have to settle for something prepackaged out of state. They're so sure you'll love their KC Pride beef, they even back it with a 200% guarantee. Stop by Price Chopper tonight, where they cut meat, never corners. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ryan Regal back with you at the McCarthy Gardner Group broadcast booth as we need to do a quick check. Will,
can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yep.
Hey, they're on. We went to the good stuff, so now we can hear Will. We can hear Ian well enough. Back with you at El Dorado at the Lemonade Court here at the 2019 Lady Cat Classic. Yes, the screen is black for a second, or as I'm looking on my monitor or my extra one, whichever. I'm still not sure why the camera's doing that, but if it goes black, we will see it and we'll get it turned back on, and all we do is unplug it and plug it back in, and we're not sure why it's done that because we ran the whole football season with the same camera that we've been using and no problems, and now all of a sudden it just doesn't want to do anything. So
Technology, it's amazing.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to figure out how long this thing's been out because I'm looking at my monitor here and this thing is still there. Like, hey, there it is. That's a heck of a delay right there.
Yeah.
I can wait 2 hours before I can get back to see the instant replay if I want to go that far with it.
It's like the super slow-mo of the Sports Center.
I guess, something like that. Anyway, we are at the McCarthy Gardner Group pregame show and tournament action brought to you by McCarthy Gardner Group. Check them out at kccars.com. Make sure you tell them a huge thanks for their sponsorship on the Blazer Broadcast Network. And we have HD Broadcast brought to you by Capes Homes Heating and Cooling. As it just went out, we'll unplug it, we'll plug it back in. And you know what? What was the last? We did the Lawrence game at home. Never went out once.
Yeah.
Same camera. And it's been doing this.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to Wichita tomorrow. Maybe I'll stop someplace and see if I can find me another camera that has a mini HDMI plug-in and give that a shot. I don't know. Next year, I'll tell you what, and this is what the sponsorship does with McCarthy Auto Group, Case Whole Homes Heating and Cooling, America's Computer, Design Company. Thanks to April for the nice hair. You notice I got the haircut? Did you notice I got a haircut today?
I can't tell. I got one too.
Well, we noticed that, but we won't go there on that. At least it's not that. Well, yours look good, kind of good with that blue.
I didn't like the blue. I got called Papa Smurf all the time at work.
Sorry, I had the magenta. So, which color would you rather have?
My normal hair color.
I can't argue. Anyway, so sponsors like that make it possible. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it next year. We're gonna have a new camera. It's gonna be at 1080p. So we're gonna be broadcasting in full high definition. We already have the computer with Capes of Home Heating and Cooling, so a huge thanks to Sean for that. We've got the sponsorship from McCarthy Auto Group that allows us to come out here and do this. And, the other guys, the sponsors and everything that we have, Trails West, Price Chopper, Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip, Humphrey's Family Dentistry, all those. So what we're doing is we're going to have HD broadcasts. We're going to update the equipment, and this will, and I promise you, this will be the finest high school broadcast in the state of Kansas, bar none.
More than likely. I mean,
I'm telling you.
Did you see
it is
theirs?
going to be. That's a school. That's a school budget. That is the internal school. I'm talking a private high school broadcast.
Then yes.
Unequivocally.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna blow everyone's doors off.
Yeah.
Because we are the trailblazers. We blaze a trail. You see what I did? See Will shaking his head yes and Dan. You're just sitting there going, wow, did you really go there?
That was like such a dad type thing to say.
I'm a dad and I'm a granddad.
Can't relate.
You'll be the same way, don't worry. Well,
I don't plan on that.
Now that I think about that,
now
that I think about that, Will, I think we'll go with that.
Don't go with there.
We'll go with that. I don't plan on that. We'll
go there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
don't put through people's heads.
Blazers taking on campus. Sophia Seaman back in action, little here and there, little there, trying to get her work back in. As the Blazers fell to Circle 36-29 in a game where the Blazers did not attempt one free throw.
That's impressive, especially for high school girls basketball.
Well, that, and if you remember earlier in the year against Lawrence that you had here right here on the Blazer Broadcast Network, as the screen goes out, we'll get it plugged back in, is that they had the game against Lawrence that didn't have one penalty or one foul called the whole first half.
I like those type of games.
Oh, yeah, it makes it nice, but I mean, what team can say that? That's hard to do.
Then we had games like last year where we had 26 or 27 in the first half.
We did that. That was, if you breathe, I'm sorry, you can't breathe. Oh, well, sorry, let me just.
It was just every time they touched the ball, a whistle blew.
Yeah, if you looked at someone, you knew the whistle was going to blow. And the effort is there. Before you can get better, you have to have the effort, and the effort is there for the girls. And as I talked about before, it's not an experience as in varsity play. They have, the age and everything, but it goes to show that you can have juniors and seniors, if they don't have that varsity time to catch up to that speed difference between the two.
Exactly.
It makes it difficult.
Exactly.
And
I mean, there's only, two girls out there on the court that had played last year, and that was Sophia.
You've got Sophia, you've got Mallory, and you've got Beasley.
Yeah.
Those three have it, but, Beasley and Valerie were more off the bench.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say filling. They were off the bench because they had quality time.
Yeah.
But, when you, like we said, when you lose Nelson and Washington and Carpenter. Those were your three main cogs. You had those three in there. You knew what was going on. Not only did you have one general, you had three generals out there. That makes it easy. Now you have a sophomore in Sophia Seaman, who was a starter all year long, and she's been out. So now this is basically last year's JV team with a couple girls that had varsity experience. For what they do, they play well. But when you go up against the teams like Mill Valley, Olathe South, Olathe East, Olathe North, the teams that have just that much more speed or have that much more experience or whatever, plus you have a new coach coming in, it makes it tough. It's how it is.
Yeah, and there's sometimes whenever a new coach comes in, it's a new system they run, it's a new type of game plan they run, and some players just don't want to buy into that. They're so used to running a certain type of game plan. Well, they just don't feel like they're buying into it. But it's
not that any of these girls are not buying into what Coach Sliker's doing, because I love the offense that he runs, but at the same time, when you're trying to learn a new system, that makes it difficult. Your verbiage is going to be a little bit different. Your scheme's going to be a little bit different. And when you're going from JV to varsity, and you're trying to do that, and you got to pick it up, plus your tempo's a little bit quicker.
And I know Ian wasn't around for 3 years ago, but Schaefer had the teams that nobody really wanted to play for. So I'm excited to see some of these girls wanting to play.
Yeah, it still comes down to getting the experience in, and they've got, you take a look at some of the girls, Platt coming in, Marcos does a nice job inside. Wilson's a senior, but she doesn't have all that hard varsity experience, but it still makes it a little bit difficult. Just is what it is. But at the same time, Sophia's being a sophomore. You never know what could happen in the next couple of years. You get some girls in here with some experience, they start gelling together. Could make a run at it.
Is it Kaylin Platt, the scrappiest freshman in the state of Kansas, I swear?
My goodness. She may be 3/4 soaking wet, but man, she'll get after you. She's not afraid to go up amongst the giants.
No, and get her. She's freshman getting a lot of varsity playing time. Few more years of experience, come junior, senior year. Her and Sophia Seaman could be a force to be reckoned with. Could be.
Well, and
don't quote me on that.
Don't quote you on that. The one thing I wanted to do real quick, and I had to do this with, I don't have to do this, but we've talked about, the sponsors and everything and how good they are, and like I said, McCarthy Auto Group. Lot of this stuff, I guarantee we would not be able to do without them. They're one of the big hitters of the broadcast. They make it possible for us to come here and do this, and this is kind of nice, a nice little out of town getaway, and just do what we like to do.
Right.
That's the big deal.
And don't forget our sponsors that we ate at today for lunch.
Wally's, that Blazers, that was good stuff. But what I wanted to pull up, if I can find it, and I wanted to give him a huge kudos, and I've got to scroll through it and see if I can find it. But someone made a comment about Cape's Whole Homes Heating and Cooling, and then when everyone was commenting on it, more good comments. And I think one reason why I'm doing this is because Sean Cape's being one of the new ones here, and for some reason it's not, if I can pull it up here, I should have screenshot is what I should have did, and I didn't do it. And it's not going to come up. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Anyway, basically, if someone sees it, they can send it to me on Facebook or whichever. But it was talking about Capes, Sean coming up within an hour. Something happened to their central air unit. Took the time out, went and got, got it diagnosed, found out what was going on. The part was going to have to be ordered, so he showed them how to get their furnace lit. So they, coldest winter some of the coldest days we've had in 5 years and stuff.
Yeah.
And, so someone makes a comment on there, and then someone else made a comment about what else Sean did and what else Sean did. So that's why I'm bringing up Sean. He's the one that's making it possible for us to bring HD broadcast. Duck's even talked about Sean and Speed Dial, and he's even gone out and helped him out and everything. So, I make the comment, and I made it last weekend for the guys here. We tend to get lazy and tend to take things for granted. And I'm telling you right now, get a hold of McCarthy Auto Group. Leave a message for Carl Kramer. Get a hold of Sean Capes with Capes Homes Heating and Cooling. Get a hold of April or Amy at Design Company. Get a hold of Humphreys Family Dentistry. Get a hold of Trails West Ace Hardware. Get a hold of Price Chopper, Costantino. Just tell them, send them a message, call them, send them a message on Facebook. Tell them, thanks for their sponsorship, because like I said, without them, I could turn the volume down, we could turn the camera off, and that's what you're going to be getting. So if we get complacent, I get it. I've been complacent, but hey, I'm just letting you know. So we are in about 4 minutes away from the announcement of the starting lineups here on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Take a quick time out. We'll send us a message on the chat room on YouTube and let us know you're listening. And we already have Jessica Capes chiming in, and we'll get with hers here in a little bit. We'd love to hear from you, where you're listening from or whichever, who you're, if there's someone in particular you're watching or something, that's fine. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to take a time out, be back with the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show coming up in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Planet Sub, where you can see every Blazer Broadcast Network video broadcast on their big screen while you enjoy a great sandwich. Planet Sub at 921 East Lincoln Lane.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
American Computers. There's a reason why American Computers is the official computer store of the Blazer Broadcast Network. It just takes a single visit to find out why. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
To sell meat in the barbecue capital of America, you've got to be on your game. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers in all their stores. And they back their KC Pride beef with a 200% guarantee. If you're not fully satisfied, they'll give you a replacement and your money back. So when you want the tastiest, juiciest steak in town, look no further than your Price Chopper meat department. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
Who do I perform for? I perform for all the awesome composers whose music deserves to be heard.
I perform for all the stagehands who make sure I never miss a cue.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
I perform for Mrs. Evans, my high school debate coach, who has helped me become more confident than I ever dreamed possible.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the high school in your community.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Ian Jones with the camera. Will the Thrill McIntyre doing the score tonight as we are in El Dorado at the 2019 Lady Cat Classic here in El Dorado at Alumni Court. We're about a minute away from the announcements of the starting lineups and the tip-off. And Circle had a team that was pretty good size, pretty muscular in size, and really blocked things off and just kind of kept everything out. I think right now you kind of need to get back to what you're good at. And some people say, okay, well, you're 1-8. What are you good at? I think the Blazers are good at getting, once they get into that rhythm of a little bit more up tempo and get the numbers, they're good that way. And I think they just need to keep that tempo up and try to keep the numbers in your favor. You can try to set the national anthem. The national anthem, and what I was finished saying, as long as they keep the numbers in their favor and keep the tempo a little bit faster pace, I think they'll be all right. I think they have a little bit more athleticism than the campus does. Now we're going to go down to the announcements of the starting lineups.
In tonight's second semifinal game, Campus High School will be the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Gardner Edgerton Trailblazers. The home team, here are their starters, introduced in alternating order. For Campus, a 5'8" senior, number 1, Bailey Stanley. For Gardner Edgerton, a 5'4" senior, number 2, Kelby Wilson. For Campus, a 5'10" junior, number 11, Kelsey Huggins. For Gardner Edgerton, a 5'6" senior, number 3, Jaden Sprague. For Campus, a 5'7" senior, number 13, Hannah Schutte. For Gardner Edgerton, a 5'5" senior, number 11, Katie Whitley. For Gardner Edgerton, a 5'5" freshman, number 14, Taya Tyndall. For Gardner Edgerton, a 5'11" junior, number 15, Mia Valerie. And for Campus, a 6' senior, number 22, Cameron Huggins. And for Gardner Edgerton, a 5'11" senior, number 23, Madison Beasley. The head coach for Campus.
And there's your starting lineups real quick. I'm talking about Sean Capes and all the things he's done. Found it here, and he sent me a message, said thanks for the huge shout out. Didn't see who it was from. It said just wanted to give a personal recommendation to Sean Capes for all the HVAC needs. Our heater, of course, crapped out during the coldest week of the year. Sean came over within an hour to diagnose the problem. Part was ordered, so he showed us how to restart the furnace. In the meantime, with a newborn at the home, he just spent a week in PICU with RSV. This was the last thing he needed, and he made everything easy and affordable. There you go. Sean Capes, man. That's what he does. So a huge step up. So we have the camera. We're ready to go. It's the campus.
Colts.
Yeah, but I don't want to say Lady Colts, but I'm just going to say Colts because I don't say Lady Blazers. Blazers start the game with the ball. Man-to-man defense for campus. Three-point shot, left corner, no good. Has almost a travel on the rebound. On the drive from the left side, getting around Wilson. Putback was no good. Blazers with the rebound. Wilson bringing it up court. As she'll be running the point. Now it's the 2-3 zone for campus. And looks like they're going to try to pack the inside and force the Blazers to shoot it from the outside. And Wilson says, I'll take it. Leaves it a bit short. Rebound goes to Tia Tyndall. No pressure by Wilson. And you can just tell campus isn't running their offense. Campus, I think that's about 5 minutes right there. And campus just doesn't look like they're very comfortable running an offense right now. Get down the corner. Skip pass over to Sprague. I thought for a second Whitley was going to take that three-pointer. She never did.
I would have at least.
You would have missed it, but you would have taken it.
Yeah. Shooter got to shoot.
Hey. Got to be a shooter before you can shoot.
Yeah.
Now they try to get to Wilson just inside. A little jump shot, no good, but that was a nice ran offense. Getting Mia Valerie.
Movement.
Or Beasley, excuse me, to kind of set a little bit of a screen to get a good shot for Wilson. Get the ball down inside to Huggins. Got into Cameron, but she's going to be fouled. That's going to be on Madison Beasley. Oh, Mia Valerie, excuse me. It's going to be her first. And misses the first free throw. And shoots the second one, leaves that one short. But the rebound goes to the Blazers. Campus pulls out of their semi-press. Baseline jump shot is good by Madison Beasley. Blazers take a 2-0 lead, 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Tia just trying to run through some Blazers, gets the feed down inside to Huggins. Her shot's good, ties the score up at 2. Early moments here at the round 2 of the Lady Cat Classic in El Dorado. Baseline jumper out in the corner by Sprague is no good. Be knocked out of bounds, staying with campus. A little bit of a shift change for both sides.
And Kirsten Marcos for Gardner Edgerton.
Whitley and Valerie's going to take a seat for the Blazers. And coming in is going to be Platt and Marcos. Entry pass goes along the lane. It's going to go out of bounds. Staying with the Blazers. If you can, drop us a message on the YouTube chat room. Love to hear from you. We'll give you a little bit of a shout out. Jessica Capes has already checked in, says hopefully she'll catch Sophia. She'll get some minutes, I promise. Campus still in that 2-3 zone. Platt's going to take it for 3, just a little bit off. Fighting for the rebound is Beasley. And it's going to go out of bounds, back to campus. Clock at 3:50 here in the first. Beasley coming out to check and double team with Platt. Huggins gets the ball out to Tia. Three-pointer in the corner, it's good. Anna Schutte with a three-pointer as the Colts take a 6-2 lead over the Blazers. You can tell what they're trying to do against that 3-2 zone as Beasley takes a shot a little bit strong. Wilson comes up with a rebound, but she stepped on the baseline. You can see what the Blazers are doing with their skip passes. They're trying to get that defense overshifted and then doing a quick pass to try to get something on the weak side of that zone, and they're just not quite getting it quick enough. David Parker checking in, saying this is Mia Valerie's grandpa from Dublin, Ohio. They're probably warmer than we are right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure how much they got out of the system that rolled through here a few days ago.
Team foul number 1.
But glad to see David Parker checking in from Ohio.
There's
Clock
a
at
name we haven't
2:47.
heard all year. Sophia Seaman just checked into the game.
That's what we like to see. Sophia checking in. As she is definitely a step up. I'm as eager as she is, I'm surprised she didn't. And she'll take that one for sure. Just a little bit off, but a nice looking shot though.
Yeah.
Quickly back the other side. Tia Tyndall with the bucket. As she went strong against Wilson, drew the contact, but no call on the timeout. So 30-second timeout taken by Coach Leiker. And right now it looks like it just doesn't look like Gardner is confident. And if you're watching Coach Leiker over there, it's almost like he's over there trying to tell him, say, come on,
pick up the pace.
You got to do this. They're coming out with a 3-2 zone. You know what's going to happen. You know what we're wanting to do. Let's get something changed a little bit. Yeah. So clocked at 2:13 here in the first. Blazers down 8-2. Tournament action brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. Check them out at kccars.com. A huge thanks to Carl Kramer and the whole McCarthy Auto Group family for helping us out and allowing us to come out here again to bring the action to you. 2:05 to go in the first quarter. Beasley goes up left-handed layup, just flat out leaves that one short.
Should have been.
That's a Griffin's John should have been. And we're going to get a double dribble. And it's going to be a turnover to the Blazers with $1:50 to go in the first as Platt is going to check in. Valerie's going to take a seat, or excuse me, Beasley. David Grimes checked in, said watching granddaughter Kirsten Marcos from Warsaw, Missouri. Off the rebound and fighting for it is Mia Valerie. And it on the alternating possession is going to go to campus. Ryan Beasley checking in. He wants a shout out. He gets a shout out. If your first name is Ryan, you're getting a shout out. That's all I got to say about that.
Favoritism.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Platt all over Hannah Schutte. But she still gets the bucket in. That's her 5th point. That's what I said with Schutte. Left elbow, jump shot, a little bit short. Marcos with the save, but it lands into a cold hands. As Tia Tyndall brings it down court, double team in the corner. Nice job by the Blazers getting that double team. Camus did a nice job rotating. Seaman with a block from behind. Wilson pulls it back with 1-on-4. I don't think you have the numbers. Mia Valerie steps left, goes right, can't get the shot to go in. 25 seconds to go in the first. As that's going to be another turnover. Sprague and Whitley checking in for the Blazers. Platt and Wilson will take a seat and get a breather before the second half. Next broadcast, hopefully, we said it was going to be Saturday, but last week it wasn't a Saturday, and the Blazer guys defeated Great Bend. And you said, and Brody Marshall got a first team?
Yeah, he was part of the all-tournament team.
Brody Marshall stepping up large.
9.
Three seconds on the clock, inside to Marcos. Puts up the shot, no good at the end of the first. It's 10-2 for Campus. We'll take a timeout, be back with the second quarter on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or bodywork done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations.
Visit kccars.com for over 2,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. We've got most every make and model and prices to fit every budget.
The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip, 620-1253.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. No need to drive all over the place for the best tools. Ace is the place and the new home for Craftsman tools. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland, Ian Jones back with you alongside Will the Thrill McIntyre in El Dorado at the Lady Cat Classic, and there was a little bit of a mistake by Whitley picking up her dribble along the sideline, and she didn't have very far to go, and she got double teamed really quick. Luckily went off a Colt, stays with the Blazers. $7:50 to go in the half. And they're going to get a hack on the arm as try to get the ball to Wilson. And I believe that one's going to be on Elizabeth Bailman. Oh, that's going to be on Schutte.
Figured I'd mention this, with football recruiting, in the heat of football recruiting right now. Blazer O lineman Jake Stewart committed to Southeast Missouri State the other night.
Nice.
Second team All Sunflower League this year.
That's not a bad deal. Congrats to the Stew man.
No.
Wilson with a runner in the lane, kiss off the glass and good. Cuts the lead down to 6, 7:15 to go in the first half. Blazers really need to tighten up the defense, go after every single loose ball just like that with Wilson. And that's going to go the Blazers' way on the alternating possession. Oh, no, that's going to stay with Campus because the Blazers got the ball to start the second quarter. Duh me. Clock at 7:07. Kiss off the glass is good by Billman. Ballman extends the lead out to 12, or out to 8, excuse me.
Right there. Be ready to shoot.
Yeah. And that's the one thing with the zone. With the zone, you can't hold the ball. Working the zone is just like working the press.
Yeah.
You don't dribble. You don't hold the ball. You got to keep the ball moving.
Yep.
There's going to be a turnover, 1-on-2.
See, they're ready to shoot.
A kick out for 3, no's good.
So as soon as you touch that ball, you have to make the split-second decision of, am I going to shoot it or...
You got to know what you're going to do before you get the ball. Sprague kind of trying to sneak behind, but Whitley with the steal on the pass. She's going to go strong, but loses the handle on it. And there's going to be a foul on Beasley. That's going to be her first.
First personal foul, Gardner Edgerton's Madison Beasley. Third Trailblazer team
As
foul.
checking in for the Blazers.
Taylor checks in for the Trailblazers.
If I were the Blazers right now, I would, especially on inbound, start pressing.
Yeah.
Start pressing, try to get something going, force some turnovers, get some quick points, but you got to do something. You're only down 8, but
Oh, by no means. You just got to start scrapping for everything. You got to. This is where you learn to fight for everything.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Tia Tyndall is a little bit of a ball handler.
Yeah.
She can work in some traffic.
He's got what we call handles.
Handles?
Yeah, he got handles.
Oh, handles. Okay. That must be a.
It's a you thing.
Yeah. Is that like saying it? Is that like saying it's lit?
Yeah.
I don't get that one. And who's taking timeout? Campbell's taking a 30-second timeout. Once again, tournament action brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. Huge thanks to them for their sponsorship. And I'm telling you, people, so me and Will stopped the Blazers without you, Ian. That's okay.
I got 3 fried mushrooms out of it.
You got 3 of my mushrooms. You did. You can have those. I had one of Wally's made from scratch homemade hush puppies. Dude, I'm telling you.
My nose is very itchy right now.
I'm telling you, hit Blazers, tell Wally, I want some hush puppies, man.
Mm-hmm.
Those things, I mean, they're big.
Yeah.
They're nice size. And Ballman with another bucket. She has 4. Makes it a 10-point lead, but yeah. And is there any better hostess than Dawn?
No.
Oh my gosh, she's awesome. Even got a piece of cake from Dawn. She tried to explain to me what it was. She goes, just eat it. Hey, I'm eating it. I'm not going to argue with her.
And then Ryan made the comment to Wally while we were leaving, something about he needs to have hush puppies on the menu all the time. He goes, so maybe we'll bring him back to football season.
He goes, once you start doing some football, maybe you'll get some. I'm like, I'm out. I'm not mad at that.
Can football season come early? Can we do like
hey,
a spring game?
We'll figure something out here. We'll make it happen. As a foul is going to be on Schutte. That's going to be her second. As Trinity Taylor at the free throw line. And misses the first one. So yeah, it was a spur of the moment deal. Hadn't had Blazers for a little bit, got to go. And I was a good boy, and I had the grilled chicken wrap.
Look at you, being all healthy and stuff.
That was good, man.
Can't relate.
I don't think you'll ever relate. Entry pass. And I'll tell you what, that was a nice job by Mia Valerie as they got the ball inside Cameron Huggins. She tried to back up against Mia Valerie and just didn't have any place to go. Plus, she was a little bit too far underneath the bucket to get back for a right-hander. And there's an errant pass taken away. Doesn't have the numbers.
Wide open.
Wide open with Bailey Staley. I guess that was for 3. I didn't think it was. Makes it 17-5. And I'll tell you what, until the Blazers start hitting some outside shots or really start busting the backside on that zone, I don't see Campus pulling out of it anytime soon.
No. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right now, it's not broken.
No, that thing's not even squeaking.
Nope. Like I said, maybe second half you come out, if you're the Blazers, run some press, run a hard press, try to force some turnovers, get some quick points. Just got to do something to boost this.
Marcos almost had the steal on Tyndall, but she picked it back up. Got the entry pass, going to go out of bounds. They tried to get inside to Kelsey Huggins. Pass a little bit long, out of bounds to the Blazers. 4:01 to go in the half. As the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show coming up next. Sophia checking back in. And so drop us a chat, drop us a message in the chat room here on YouTube. And I'll tell you what, maybe moving to YouTube might be the best thing that we've done. Everyone has loved the move to YouTube.
It's good.
It's makes it easy. It's right there. Everyone has it accessible on their phone. Cable provider almost anymore. The TVs.
Yeah.
You know, I have Dish. Hey, I just scroll down, boom, there it is.
Yeah, on my Roku TV.
Roku?
Downloaded on my PlayStation. Downloaded it.
They're going to say that was tipped. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, that's pretty ticky-tack. As the ball went in the backcourt and Staley picked it up after it was tipped. And to me, that was just, that was just good defense by Sadie Watkins. And the reason why I'm in disbelief of that is because Watkins was playing that same kind of defense for about 5 seconds, and then they end up calling it. I'm like, huh? Okay. Long entry pass and an easy turnaround bucket for Huggins. She has 4. Makes it 19-5. 3:20 to go in the first half. Seaman couldn't get that one through 3 Colts. Makes it difficult. Quickly back the other direction.
Jacket, just kidding.
That's a good Kansas jacket.
No, it's not.
Don't be knocking him. And now we're going to have a shift change as Coach Sliker is taking a 30-second timeout. He's like, hey, this isn't cutting it. So 3:05 to go. And I'll tell you what, if no one has ever seen, I took these guys to Taco Shop in Wichita last week because I kept talking about Taco Shop. And I'll tell you what, you are a professional taco eater, Ian.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see a straw, but I thought you sucked it through a straw. But at the same time, all 3 of us were kind of hungry, and then we took the tray and kind of looking like, wow, we tore that up.
You gotta realize,
I guess we're all guilty.
This body is still growing.
Outwards.
Outwards. Nice save by Beasley.
The dad bod in shape.
Exactly.
It's also very cold out, so I gotta keep warm.
Yeah, okay, polar bear. Nice job by Spray cutting off the baseline. They got it into Huggins. She kicks it out. Shot missed by Bellman. Or Ballman, excuse me.
Compared to the amount I ate at IHOP.
No, we won't go there.
We won't go there. Give
that boy. What's funny
is
that I went the next day too in Lawrence, and ate just as much.
I believe it. There's another turnover by the Blazers. Left-handed kind of throwing it up there, no good.
We're making errant passes that we don't need to be making.
Yeah, we're not. We're expecting it to be there, and it's not there, and it's causing a lot of problems.
We're telegraphing them. Right there, again, trying to force something that's not there.
Yeah. $1:50 to go in the half. Double teamed. And see who they're going to get on this.
Beasley.
Looks like they're going to get Beasley on it.
Second personal foul. Gardner Edgerton's Madison Beasley. Trailblazer team
Her
foul
second.
number 5.
They've got her down for 1, but that's her second. Nice defense by Sprague. That might have been a travel there. I'm not quite sure. Leaves that one up short. And they're going to get a reach on the rebound. As Beasley
Second personal foul,
picks it up. This one's going to be on Kelsey Huggins. I wonder if her and her sister ever get called Huggy.
What?
Huggins.
What's that?
The Kelsey Huggins and Cameron Huggins. I wonder if they ever get called Huggies. Huggy, you know, Huggy Bear, you know.
Yeah.
K-State, West Virginia.
Old Country Roads.
I got to see the Rocky Mountains once.
That's the only good thing about West Virginia is that song.
Charge.
Oh, they're going to get a charge. And it's going to go back. Whitley went ahead. You know what? I don't mind the aggression. I don't mind the aggressiveness on that play.
You got to play with some sort of fire.
Well, neither team really lighting it up hard right now.
No. Oh.
Nice job by Valerie on the tip pass.
I was thinking she was going to try to take the charge right there. But
55 seconds left to get it into Valerie. Beasley kind of lost it, but got control back of it again. She gets the bucket. She has 4. Cuts the lead down to 12, 40 seconds to go in the half.
But all their errant passes are going to their players.
Yeah. Makes a big difference. 6 points for Cameron. $15 seconds on the clock. They're going to get travel. It's going to be a turnover. You can tell they're trying to make something happen, but just can't stay in control. And that's getting to be a problem right now. $10 seconds on the clock. McCarthy Auto Group halftime show coming up next. As that one's going to go out of bounds with 1.5 seconds to go on the clock. As we'll have the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show coming up next, and we'll take a look at the stats. 21-7 is your score. Take a timeout. Be back in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations.
Visit kccars.com for over 2,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. We've got most every make and model and prices to fit every budget.
The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip, 620-1253.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. No need to drive all over the place for the best tools. Ace is the place and the new home for Craftsman tools. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Kansas high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Will Thrill McIntyre working the graphics. You're sitting here feeding your face. You're on. You're sitting here feeding your face.
He's working the hospitality room right now.
Oh, he's working the hospitality room. While I'm here on the air, you guys go work the hospitality room.
That's our job. We're here for the food.
You see what I deal with. And I know Will. He has a bad ankle. I get it.
Yeah.
But you're like that guy on Fast and Furious, that the guy that had all the drifting cars that always eating.
Yeah.
Always had. There's not at one point in any of those movies that he's on that he's not sitting there, munching on a Cheez-It or something or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
I'm munching on Lay's.
Anything.
And lemonade.
Lemonade's good.
This is fire.
That's fire?
Fire is good.
Fire is good.
Fire means good.
All righty. Is it lit?
What?
Is it lit?
It's very lit.
It's very lit.
It can be very lit if you add stuff to it.
We won't go there. High school broadcast. 21-7's the score. Take a look at the stats right now. All scores are being led by 6 points by Cameron Huggins for campus. 5 points by Hannah Schutte. She got all those in the first half, or the first quarter. And then 4 points for, 4 points for Elizabeth Ballman and 3 for Bailey Stanley. Blazers being led, not sure why I had 5 there. They're being led by Madison Beasley with 4 points, 2 points by Kelby Wilson, and a free throw by Trinity Taylor. And as we talked about, you can't expect that campus is going to come out of the zone anytime soon. I wouldn't. Right now the Blazers just don't have the control to be able to do what they need to break it. They're, it's a combination of pushing, combination of pressing and trying to make too much happen, not able to stay in control, and we've seen times where against the zone, someone gets the ball and they end up holding it and then they skip pass it. Yeah. Well, you can't skip pass the ball after you held it. The purpose of a skip pass is when that defense gets over, is already pursuing your touch passing it and getting it back to the other side. That way you can, maybe get a dribble penetration and dish it off, or maybe take a step and come up and take the jump shot. Right now they run what they're supposed to. They're not running it in parts for the reason it needs to happen.
Yeah. And the best metaphor or analogy I can put it is,
here it comes.
You got to play like it's hot potato.
Yeah.
You got to, it's literally bam, 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 like it's hot potato.
Yeah.
You don't want to hold on to that too long. And I think really the problem is that campus is just controlling the pace. They're making them play. They're making Gardner play their game.
And if you take a look at what campus does offensively, they're doing against Gardner's man-to-man what the Blazers need to do to campus's zone is they are actually getting the spacing, they're getting the penetration, and then when they flow over to the double team, they're getting some nice dishes to the open man and getting some decent looks. They've only had 1 3-pointer, actually 2. They've had 2 3-pointers, but the rest of them have been inside. They haven't been jump shots or anything.
Yeah, and I think defensively too, for the Blazers, coming out of the half, I feel like just to kickstart the offense, just get some momentum going, run some press, try to force some quick turnovers, try to get some quick points, but you've got to get something going, or else this is going to turn into a bloodbath.
If you would have told Coach Schleicher you're going to hold campus to 21 points, he'd like that possibility.
Yeah.
You know you're going to be in the game. Tell them that
you're only going to score 7.
You're going to be down 14 when they're giving up 7. It's like the Chiefs. The defense held the Patriots to 17 points in the first 2.5 quarters. Problem was Kansas City wasn't able to do anything with it.
No.
In that first half. So it's not all exactly about
that.
It's not all about stats. Sometimes it's how you get there.
I'm still emotionally torn about that.
I know.
My heart is broken.
Oh.
I threw my phone.
We won't talk about that. We'll go ahead and let that one go. We'll take a timeout here on the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show. Blazers trail 21-7. Be back with the second half right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans. The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 3,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. Our inventory covers most every make and model and prices to fit every budget. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
The Design Company Salon. New owners and the same great service, but with a new look. Go check them out, 136 East Main in Gardner.
Blazer's Restaurant. Not just serving burgers, they now have barbecue, soft serve, and hand-dipped ice cream with 8 different flavors and combinations. Blazer's Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Check out their paint department, including their paint tinter and Clarkson Kensington Paint and Primer in one. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Cherry Berry.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
When you're Kansas City born and raised, you know just how much meat matters. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers. They're hard at work every day in every store, so you never have to settle for something prepackaged out of state. They're so sure you'll love their KC Pride beef, they even back it with a 200% guarantee. Stop by Price Chopper tonight, where they cut meat, never corners. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
Brian Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Real quick, I was looking at my Facebook, just seeing, comments about the broadcast, whichever, and a friend of mine shared this in Edinburgh, Indiana. They have these pork tenderloins we need to talk to Wally about this. $7.99.
The things are the size of my torso.
Good night, Irene. Look at Edinburgh, Indiana Diner. There's a picture of it. Unbelievable. Start the second half. Blazers with the ball. Wilson with a nice little step. Missed the shot, but the Blazers with the rebound. Whitley off the glass and good. Whitley steps in.
The bank is open.
The bank is ready for the deposit. Cuts the lead down to 11. There has to be I don't want to say it, but there has to be a sense of urgency. There has to be, you have to see something happening. They're not, it's almost like they're waiting for it to come to them. They need to just get out there, get aggressive, and make the things happen.
Force them to make bad decisions. You can't
exactly.
You can't just assume they're going to make them. You got to force them.
And the perfect analogy for that you translate to this, if I have a question in mind, if my runner around third can beat the throw at home, I'm sending him because I want to put the pressure on that outfielder to make the good throw.
Full send.
Alex Gordon should have went.
Yep.
If he'd have been out, he'd have been out on aggression. But you know what? I wouldn't have damned him for it. He should have went. We should have been going to,
Go Cardinals.
Oh, man. Yeah, and we got Matheny. I'm not sure I enjoy that. Wilson kind of rolls it up there, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
I mean, I did root for the Royals when they were in the World Series.
Well, I would hope so.
Third personal foul, campus.
My heart's with the Redbirds.
Colt team foul.
You are so sick.
Kelby Wilson at the line.
Such a sick man. As Kelby misses the first one.
I don't know what we ever did to you. Like, you guys beat us in the World Series.
Yeah, and you guys are still complaining about it. And Wilson misses both of them.
Because he was out.
Doesn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered. They still would have scored. Long three-pointer, kiss off the glass, no good. Whitley with the rebound. Quickly up ahead, 2-on-1. And she gets it late to Beasley. And there's a pass that went out of bounds, and Whitley should have got that one to Beasley a lot quicker, had the 2-on-1 advantage.
Pass.
6:22 to go in the third. And it's going to be a hack on the arm.
First personal foul, Gardner Edgerton's Kelby Wilson. Trailblazer team foul number 2.
Kelby Wilson with her first. Right now the possibility, it looks like the Blazers will be opening the third round with a 130 game unless they can come up with a win on this one. Beasley pulls up left elbow, misses the shot. Hard crash between Beasley.
That's her third.
Did you see what I just saw? Wow. Hannah Shuddy got knocked down by Beasley, and her teammate Cameron Huggins came to help her up. She sat there and threw her arms down like she didn't want the help getting up. I'm like, that was your teammate, girl.
Blazers coming out in a nice little press.
Well, they got to do something different. And what does that do? Creates a turnover. Marco's going to get called for the travel. Yep, that's what I thought. Can't roll on that backside. Who was it? What game was it? It was one of the KU losses, the last second shot.
West Virginia or Arizona State?
Arizona State. Someone go back and look at that. Tia behind the head, kicks it out for 3 and good. Shuddy for 3, she has 8. Shooty, excuse me.
2.
If you go back and take a look at it, they did say 2, okay. If you take a look at that, the guy that got the last pass, I think the one that drove for the shot, he took two steps after he caught the ball, took another step, shuffled, quick step before he drove again. He ended up taking like 5 or 6 steps.
You can't complain because speed took like.
Oh, you
8.
can. You can.
You can't complain.
First free throw is good.
Steps.
Is it 8?
Whenever Svi made that against K-State, he took like 8 steps.
Stop. Yeah, but was that a game winner?
Yeah.
Oh, that one. You're talking about that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to watch that game. But that reminded me, rolling like that. We'll get the camera back on as the second free throw was good, makes it 23-12. Oh, hard hit by Marcos. Whitley on the steal. And they're going to get a charge on Whitley as Tia Timmons is going to hit the ground.
And that was drama. That wasn't even.
I'm not going to give her Academy Award for it, but she might be a nominee. 5:10 to go in the third.
30-second timeout.
As Whitley committed her third foul. 4 team fouls against campus, 2 for the Blazers.
No, 4 for the Blazers, 2 for campus.
No, I had it reversed, yeah. Our next broadcast, if it stays like it is now, the Blazers will be taking on El Dorado at 1:30 at the opening game of round 3. If it stays like this, still got time. Still got time.
They keep pressing and getting the ball back.
Well, the first time they came up with that full court press, what did it do? It came up with a turnover. Do what you got to do.
Why are they playing back? Continue to press.
Huh?
Yeah, don't pick up a half court.
Well, we'll see. Coach Liker knows what he's doing.
I'm not the one getting paid, so I probably shouldn't say anything.
That's right.
Me or you.
I'm just
Shooting passes up to three-pointer. Long three-pointer by Tia. Ballman bounces that one off her foot. Oh, never mind. Still in that 2-3 zone.
Get Seaman get her first point.
I'm sure she'd like to also. That's too far of a three-pointer. As Sprague, I think she had the thought of taking it. Skip pass over to Valerie. She's going to take the shot, and it's going to be no good. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Nope, they're going to get her for the travel.
Yeah.
Bailey Stanley checks in.
Dang it.
Took an extra step.
Dang it. Only one?
Yeah, John.
Not that big of a deal, is it? Huh?
John Huggins isn't calling this game. He's not going to let you take 7 steps.
Oh, okay. That could have been a travel on the dragging the back foot. Shot no good. Platt with a rebound. Pushes it up court. Dish it off, girl.
Jesus.
Just kind of throws it up. Sophia Seaman with the bucket. Her first points of the year. Cuts the lead down to single digits. 23-14. 3:30 to go in the third.
Get her going. And
yeah. Nice job by Marcos with the sidestep help on the baseline.
Seaman with her second block.
Yep. This may be a time where, you know, Coach Liker goes and say, you tell me how you are, because we could really use you. You know, but at the same time, he's going to be smart about it. That one, Valerie knocks that one out of bounds.
Kelsey Huggins returns for campus.
Brian Beasley says the first time they've pressed all year, and that was earlier.
Yep.
I say do it more. Timmons with the save. Blazers starting to extend that defense out a little bit more. I like it. Need to pull it up, don't have the numbers. Valerie, nice job. She sees the lane, takes the shot, a little bit off. Marcos with the shot and the foul, she'll go to the line, and that's what I like. It, you know, if it's not there, you know, if it's not there, it's not there. But man, you got to force campus to do something.
Team foul number 3, Marcos at the line.
Doesn't quite get the roll on that one.
Hannah Schutte and Cameron Huggins check in for campus. Returning for Gardner Edgerton.
Clock at 2:51 here in the third. High arching over to the left, but Sophia fights for the rebound and gets the break when she tried to save it. It rolled off Kelsey Huggins' leg and goes out of bounds. So nice hustle play by Sophia. Marcos takes a seat, Trinity Taylor comes in.
Right there. Oh.
Yeah, you almost thought Sophia was going to take it. She wants to. Wilson loses it but gets it back. Sophia catch and shoots a little bit strong. And stepping on the baseline is going to be Valerie, but I like it.
Life.
I like it though.
They're showing a little bit of life.
Yep. It's amazing what happens when you can get a double-digit lead down to single digits.
And you double your point total in 1 quarter.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah, right now it's 7-2 in the third quarter, so that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Blazers coming up with a little bit of a press and cause a double team, thrown out of bounds, creates a turnover. Maybe Blazers have something going here with that press. Clock at 2:20. Platt puts up the shot, partially blocked by Huggins. Platt that's what I was talking about earlier. She will go up amongst the trees. And that press, another turnover. Now you're creating the turnovers. Now you got to get the buckets to go in. Wilson high off the glass, just kind of threw it up there out of control. That probably wasn't the best shot.
Timeout campus.
As real quick. Timeout called by campus. I didn't see if there was a 30 or a full. Full. We'll take one and hear from our title sponsor of the tournament, McCarthy Auto Group. Check them out at kccars.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans. The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 3,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. Our inventory covers most every make and model and prices to fit every budget. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth as we are here at the 2019 Lady Cat Classic in El Dorado. Blazers trail 23-14. Will the Thrill McIntyre with the stats, or I should say usually with the stats. Now he's with, well, I guess you're still doing stats. You're doing the,
score.
We need to move that. Here, move that over a little bit. That thing's a little bit too close to the, here, let me see real quick. We're doing a little.
I was going to hit transition.
There we go. Hit that one there. Scoot it over just a little bit. Three-pointer from the right corner is good by Trinity Tyndall. She has 5. Her first three-pointer of the night. Makes it 26-14, back to double digits. Platt just kind of throws it up there, no good. And now the last two kind of look like they're just trying to draw the contact.
Foul.
Yeah, that's not going to get it. You can't plan on that happening. 49 seconds to go in the third. Dish off to Huggins, partially. Whoa. Okay. Wow. How do you call that?
She went up and come back down. I'd been a travel.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you call that a jump ball because it was blocked by Valerie. Wow.
Also returning for Gardner Edgerton, Kirsten Marcos.
41.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Okay, we're going to try this again.
Someone got trigger happy.
I think something was going on and then found out that he wasn't wrong. Tyndall, 4-3, catch and shoot, in and out. Platt fighting for the rebound, and now it's going to go to the Blazers on the alternating possession. 30.9 seconds to go in the third.
Lincoln Hickson checks in for the Colts.
Our next broadcast will be tomorrow, and possibly at 1:30 with the Blazers taking on El Dorado. Tough battle inside between Marcos and Kelsey Huggins. 10 seconds left. Beasley trying to kick it back out, rotate over. Wilson needs to take that one. Now Whitley will take it. Off the glass and good. At the buzzer. 26-17, down by 9. We'll take a timeout. Be back with after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, where customer service and industry knowledge collide. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, 638-1647.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. Let Jeff get that showroom shine your car used to have with the best rates anywhere. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip, 620-1253.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Tournament action brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. Check them out at kccars.com. Make sure you give them a call and tell them a huge thanks for their sponsorship on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Also, a huge thanks to Sean Capes with Capes Homes Heating and Cooling with the HD broadcast with tech support by America's Computers. And just like that, out of the gate, a bucket by Cameron Huggins extends the lead back to double digits. 7:39 to go in the game. Blazers really need to make a hard push here. They can't spend a whole lot of time offensively trying to pass the ball around. They're going to have to force the issue and make something happen. As that ball was kicked out of bounds by Ballman. Marcos couldn't quite handle the entry pass, but Beasley comes out with it. And Mia Valerie goes up for the shot. She's fouled. So hopefully Mia can get these two in and cut it back to a single-digit deficit.
Mia Valerie at the line.
And she makes the first one, gets her first points of the night. And makes them both like it's nothing. I think that's what you have to do, is just really force it inside if you can't get that outside shot going. Nice little press by the Blazers. Wilson trying to fight through a screen. And she's going to get called for the foul. Stops the clock at 7:12.
Trailblazer team foul number 5.
And on that one there, Ballman should have just taken it straight hard to the rack as she allowed Marcos to catch up with her. 7 minutes to go in the game. Shot missed. Easy rebound for Ballman. And I'll tell you what, Tia Tyndall, she's a quick little thing. She will make it happen. She's been the spark plug for this team, that's for sure. 6.5 to go in the game. Whitley just kind of throws it up there. Marcos gets a rebound. She's fed on the shot, going up for 2. It's fine if you make your free throws, but you're going to have to get some stops in here.
Exactly. Full team foul number 5, Kirsten Marcos at the line.
That one's strong off the back iron.
Bailey Stanley, Tristan Smith, and Kelsey Huggins return for the Colts. Jaden Sprague for Gardner Edgerton.
Makes that one.
Trinity Taylor checks
Makes it
in
an even
for the
10.
Trailblazers.
Marcos will take a seat. Trinity Taylor checks in for the Blazers. Campus does a nice job getting through that press. And Beasley with the block on Tyndall. Trinity Taylor picks it up for 3 and leaves that one short. But Beasley stepped on the baseline trying to save the ball.
Did you see that play? I think it was the Utah Jazz. I think they were playing against Phoenix. And Phoenix
I don't watch
player,
NBA.
Well, I don't either, but I just saw it on ESPN. Phoenix player airballs the ball. Kyle Korver grabs it, not thinking it hasn't touched the ground yet, and just throws it in like an inbound pass. And then they call it out of bounds on the Jazz because he touched it before it touched the ground.
Okay. As we're going to have a full timeout. I got to mention, we'll go ahead and keep it here. Does Utah have or have not the worst looking uniforms?
Oh, they're alternate? The like orange.
Those are horrid.
You know whose is the best though? Miami with their Vice jerseys.
I don't think I've seen
black,
those.
like baby blue and pink.
Well, like I said, I don't watch NBA, but it's kind of hard to miss Utah's. Those are, yeah, those are bad. Anyway, huge thanks to everyone joining us here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. Huge thanks to Capes Home Heating and Cooling for the HD broadcast. McCarthy Auto Group, huge thanks for allowing us to be able to come down here and bring you all the action last week with the guys and this weekend with the girls.
That's a good jersey.
And our next broadcast after, yeah, those are pretty nice. And you know what? I have to check the schedule on when our next broadcast is after Saturday. It's going to be Friday.
It's against Olathe South on the 1st of February.
And I think, is that home?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have HD broadcast on that one. I'm ready for, as happy as I am for what we have now, I'm ready for next year when we get the HD broadcast full 1080p.
I'm ready for football so I can have Blazers every week.
And a shooting return.
You always think about food.
Oh, by the way, you guys are getting paid.
What?
Remember, you guys are getting paid. You guys are giving me grief about not being paid. I know, Will. I love you, man.
How long have I been with you?
I know, man.
6 years?
Sound like a married couple right now.
Melinda's going to start wondering about that one.
That's
nice
been
defense.
About 6 or 7 years.
Yeah. Stepping up. Tia Tyndall just killing the Blazers right now. She has 10. 33-20, 5.5 to go in the game. A whole lot of Tia Tyndall can go a long way for you.
Come on, girls.
Yep. Can't stand around and do that much longer. Now if you got a double team, you got an open man somewhere. Trinity Taylor in and out. Nice looking shot by Trinity. And we're going to have a foul, as I believe Trinity's going to the line.
Foul, Kansas's Kelsey Huggins. Colt team foul number 6.
Third foul on Huggins.
Trinity Taylor at the line shooting 2.
I'm just trying to figure out where we're going to go eat tonight. Think about making it easy, because trying to satisfy this guy over here is probably not the easiest thing in the world.
Caleb Platt.
So I'm just thinking like a buffet.
There's a Golden Corral that's not too far from where the...
Yeah, but there's Golden Corral. We'll figure something out.
Mexican food.
Mix them both. Good. No, you know what I'm in the mood for?
Also check
I'm in the mood for Chinese. What? Mongolian grill. We can find a Mongolian grill. That'd be good. Yeah. Under
Pizza
5 minutes.
Really
Blazers still out with that press.
You know what I had Tuesday?
Uh-oh.
Joe's KC.
What?
Joe's KC. I had it Tuesday.
That's not bad.
So good. So good.
Yeah, it is. Platt for three, top of the key, a little bit off. Easy rebound for Valerie. Puts up the shot and gets the roll. Just like that. Starting to get it back in, down to 9 again. I'd look for campus to start taking a little bit of time, and this is where the Blazers really have to press hard. You have to face up everything. Oh, Watkins
Right
almost had. I'm sorry, I threw the ball in the worst place possible.
Yeah. It's like that video we were watching on the way down.
Which one?
Kicking.
Which one?
Where the girl got kicked.
Oh, yeah. And the save goes back to the Blazers. Watkins comes up with it. 4:05 to go. Need to make a big charge here. About a good 4-0 run. 6-0 run would be nice. Platt with a jump step. Can't get the shot to go in, but the battle. And it's going to stays with the Blazers. 3:56 to go in the game. We'll get a word with Coach Leica here on the McCarthy Auto Group postgame show. As Coach Leica wants a timeout, he'll take a full. We'll take one too. 3:56 to go in the game. We'll be back in a minute on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 3,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. Our inventory covers most every make and model and prices to fit every budget. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Paint, animal food, plants and gardening, tools, electrical supplies, plumbing. Why not Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed? Go tell Rex and the gang hi. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
Blazers Restaurant. Don and Wally have been proud supporters of Blazer Athletics for 15 years, so it only makes sense they own Blazers. Stop in and tell them thanks for their support. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Will McIntyre with the graphics. Ian Jones with the camera. Tournament action brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. 3:38 to go in the game. As you saw, a shot missed by the Blazers. Huggins with the shot. Thought it might have been partially blocked by Beasley, but she's going to be fouled, as Cameron Huggins will be going up to the line.
Fourth personal foul, Gardner Edgerton, Madison Beasley. Trailblazer team foul number 6.
Stops the clock at 3:30. Huggins 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. She hits that one.
Kelby Wilson, Trinity Taylor, Kirsten Marcos check in for the Trailblazers.
Leaves that one up short. .320 to go in the game. Blazers really need a hard push, down 10 right now. Right there where Trinity Taylor was, she probably could have done a sidestep and penetrate a little bit. Platt for three. Nice looking shot. Marcos with the rebound, misses that one. And this alternating possession will go to Campus with 2:56 to go. Whitley checks in as Taylor will take a seat. Blazers come up with the press. Platt running the point against Tyndall. See, they're going to get that one on Beasley, but if you take a look at that left arm was coming out by Ballman, and she was really instigating it and extending that arm out. That's where I think that you kind of either, you need to call that offensive. That's going to be the 5th on Beasley. That's where I think you need to call that either offensive or just call nothing. You know, you got both of them trying to get the same part of the real estate. And she gets that one to fall in for her 5th point of the night. And she hits them both. Two and a half to go in the game. Wilson with the three-pointer, top of the key, a little bit off. Whitley with the rebound, and the shot back up and good.
And one with the stank.
And one. The traditional three-point play. Yeah, I still got to laugh about that when Griffin-Johns was with us 2 years ago and he didn't know what a traditional three-point play was. He goes, what?
The OG.
Yeah, we had to explain it to him. He made up for it with the should have been line. So Whitley hits that one, cuts it back to 9. 9 points for Katie Whitley tonight. 2 3-pointers. 2:20 on the clock. Yeah, look for Campus, pull this one out, run some time off the clock, and this one the Blazers really have to stay on her. Force the issue, create a turnover, and this one's going to be out of bounds, staying to Campus. Off the hand of Sprague. 2:08 on the clock.
Trinity Taylor checks in for the Trailblazers.
Taylor checks in. Marcos comes out. Got the entry pass to Huggins. Ooh, I thought that was a nice block by Valerie. It almost makes you feel like it might have been a predetermined call, but I'm not gonna say that. I said it, but I'm not gonna say what I said. I didn't say that.
I didn't say it.
Wasn't me.
Tell you my word. Boss comes up, I go, it wasn't me.
How's that song said?
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
And Huggins misses them both, so end up being a good foul.
That's my answer to everything.
Sprague, long three-pointer, a little bit off. Out of bounds, stays with the Blazers. 1:56 to go on the clock, down by 9.
It's the answer to everything. Wasn't me.
Do you have recording? Do you have video?
Wasn't me.
How are they going to call this one? Well, I think this one's going to go against the Blazers. Yeah, it's going to go on Whitley. Oh, Trinity Taylor, excuse me. Ballman going up to the line.
I get reimbursed for that.
You get reimbursed for nothing.
No.
That one rattles in.
All ATM fees with my bank, they reimburse them.
Yeah, I think every bank should do that. I think the ATM fees are...
It's the perk of USAA.
We don't discuss them here.
My bad.
Now you know. Under 2 minutes. Sprague's got to take that one. She was wide open. She's got to take it. Taylor with a left-handed layup. Leaves it a little bit strong. And they're going to get a foul on Mia Valerie. It's going to be the ninth team foul.
Third personal foul. Gardner Edgerton's Mia Valerie.
That's going to be her third.
10. Cameron Huggins at the line.
Somebody has guys. It wasn't me.
I bet it was a flyby. Platt and Marcos checking in. Valerie and Whitley will take a seat. Second one is up there and no good. Kick out for Sprague for three. A little bit off. Ballman with the rebound, stuck in the corner, and they're going to say it stays with the Blazers off Ballman. Blazers going to have to shoot quick. Platt says, okay, I'll take it. A little bit strong off the glass. Off Ballman, stays with the Blazers. 1:18 to go in the game. We'll get a word with Coach Liker here in a few minutes after he gets done talking to the girls on the McCarthy Auto Group postgame show. Sprague for three. Tyndall with the rebound. And who's in there? Wilson. Wilson's been all over Tyndall. She's actually picked two of the toughest defenders Tyndall has in Wilson and Platt. Done pretty good.
Yeah.
Leads all scorer with 10 points.
Good snag right there.
Yep.
Keep that ball in bounds.
Steps in for Taylor, no good.
And it's not they're not making good shots, it's just not
They're
going.
just not going in. 1:01 to go in the game.
First personal foul.
So good, getting good looks and making good shots.
Yeah.
Tristan Smith.
Like Coach Diener always said, my grandmother can give me 100% effort. That doesn't mean it's going to get it done.
Exactly.
And that's an inarguable statement.
Katie Whitley.
As the free throw is good. Second one, no good. Under a minute to go. Whitley for three. Man, they've just been so close. As Sprague with the foul. And I do believe that's pretty much going to call it good.
First personal foul, Gardner Edgerton's Jaden Sprague.
So it looks like the Blazers will be playing in the opening game of the third round at 1:30, as they will be taking on El Dorado. We'll have the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show at 1:30. Means we'll have to be here early, guys. No late nights.
So what time are we?
You are set. You are so upset with that.
What?
You're so upset with that.
I am, really, I am.
That means you may have to go to bed early.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing a Monster Mango Loco can't fix.
Yeah, okay. And there's a foul on the shot. 40.9 seconds left.
Personal foul, Gardner Edgerton's Katie Whitley. Tristan Smith at the line.
Once again, a huge thanks for everyone joining us on the Blazer Broadcast Network and McCarthy Auto Group for the sponsorship, for allowing us to come down here and bring you the guys' game last weekend and the girls this weekend. 12-point lead, 38 seconds left. Taylor with the shot high off the glass. Still fighting for it. They're still digging quickly up ahead. Easy bucket, and that's going to pretty much seal it up. 41-27 is the score. 15 seconds on the clock. Taylor for three, just a bit off. They've had some really good looks.
Oh.
Trinity Taylor went ahead and got the foul with 3.9 seconds left, and Will's like, I'm going to go eat and hit the casino, man. You did pretty good last weekend. I did pretty good last weekend.
I did really good.
You did really good last weekend. Well,
you had too much to drink to remember.
He doesn't remember much.
Except the gummy bear drink.
Gummy bear.
Hey, do not hate on the gummy bear drink.
Would it be the same? Would it be the same if it was gummy worm?
A foo-foo drink.
A foo-foo drink.
At least I backed it up with a non-foo-foo drink.
A non-foo-foo drink, yes you did. And that's going to be the final, 43-27 to score. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll have a few words with Coach Schleicher at the 2019 Lady Cat Classic here in El Dorado. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the McCarthy Auto Group postgame show on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers. Regardless if you need help with a desktop, laptop, network equipment, or peripherals and accessories, American Computers can get the job done. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight Road in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Proudly serving Blazer fans in Gardner and surrounding areas. Call Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning at 638-1647.
Planet Sub, where the bread is mixed, rolled, and baked fresh from scratch every morning. Oh, it's good. Planet Sub, 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
When you're Kansas City born and raised, you know just how much meat matters. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers. They're hard at work every day in every store, so you never have to settle for something prepackaged out of state. They're so sure you'll love their KC Pride beef, they even back it with a 200% guarantee. Stop by Price Chopper tonight, where they cut meat, never corners. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Kansas on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Tournament action brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group with HD service, brought to you by Capes Homes Heating and Cooling, tech support by America's Computers, and the Blazers fall to campus by a score of 43-27. But I think we still learned a lot of things from this team that, you know, they have the ability to put a little pressure on. We knew campus wasn't going to come out of the 2-3 zone until the Blazers actually did something. and it looked for a second like they might have been able to, but it just wasn't able to happen. They cut it down to 9 a few times, and then campus just ended up, taking that arm length and just pushing away. Just make sure you stay arm length away. Force the Blazers with a lot of fouls and come away with the win. And Blazers going to have to play the opening game, and it's like we said, it's a young team experience-wise. I was going to use that real quick. You want that one? Here, go and have that one, Will. I'll take a look at this one. And no, that's the guys. I don't want the guys. No, I thought I had another one. It's the guys' side. No, what I was going to do was I was going to name off some of the the players that have done really well in this tournament. Actually, you saw a stat that the guys actually got the sportsmanship award last week for the tournament.
Yep.
Says a lot for Coach Wallace and his guys, and not surprising with the guys they have on the team that we've been able to follow. A lot of them have been able to follow this year with the football in the last few years. But last year, top player Skylar Washington for last year's tournament. Trying to see some of the other ones. Kelsey Leffert was the MVP when Collegiate won that tournament in 15. Danny Plank, top player in 2013, bringing up a few names. And that's pretty much when the Blazers started coming back here pretty regularly. So they've made some dents when they've been here. Not the dent they wanted to make this year, but at the same time, hey, that's what happens when you're a young team, and I'm not sure if Coach Liker is going to make it up here or not. We'll go ahead and get out of the way and let Mill Valley and Collegiate take their game. Once again, final score. Yeah, you can have that back, Will. Once again, final score 43-27. We'll be back here at 1:15 as the girls will take on host team El Dorado at the Lady Cat Classic, the first game in round 3. Tournament action brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group, and that will do it for us tonight. So for Will, for Ian, I'm Ryan. Have a great night. It's Friday. It's early. Let's go eat.
Yep.
I don't know what, but we're going to go eat. So for Will and Ian, I'm Ryan. Have a great night. We will see you tomorrow right back here at El Dorado at the Lady Cat Classic on the Blazer Broadcast Network.